All right, what's up, guys? So we're gonna do market recap. We're gonna go over the trades that I took this morning. Same trade that I give you guys the analysis as well. So this morning I end up taking three trades, which is gold, US30, and GJ. Now, GJ, I keep it low. I keep it private pretty much. I keep it just with the VIP member. Don't give you guys the breakdown for GJ. It's just more. It's not really a request pair for you guys. Obviously, you guys want to trade the bigger pairs, which is US30 and gold. So I mostly just focus US30 and gold with you guys. With the Forex pair, I just keep it private with the VIP member, right? So I end up playing out with on GJ overall for a 1% trade, 1% up with the day with GJ, pretty nice. So let's start off first with the best trade that we took this morning, which is gold. So this morning with gold, we did take two positions. We took a buy position and we also took a sell position. We end up playing out very nice with both of the positions. So let's start off first with gold. So the first trade that we took this morning was this buy position. It's played out exactly the way that I explained to you guys. So reason one is, why did I take the buy? First of all, we were getting bounced off, or we were getting rejection from this support that pretty much caused a push into the upside. Price once again pushed back yesterday. We did see rejection twice. One time here, which price pushed into the upside. The second time over here, which also caused price back to push back into the upside. So this morning, I explained to you guys that if price managed to remain itself again, 21.53, so pretty much we get another push into here, I will look for buys. If price rejects it again, or I will simply wait for the break and retest above the 21.65, right? So check this out. Literally how I explained to you guys. So we're gonna go into the 15-minute time frame. So during the New York session, look how beautiful this candle broke above. We got a clean break into the upside, breaking above 21.65. What happens next? All I waited for was for the 15-minute candles to close bullish. Perfect. We did close a very nice bullish candle break into the upside. The next candle opens up, and what is it? We get two retest candle, right? So check this out. The next candle opens up, retested. We did see rejection from 21.65. Perfect rejection, right? Price did manage to maintain above. The second one comes back and retests the second zone that I marked up, which was 21.64. Now, I didn't share 21.64 with you guys. I kept that one with the VIP member. But let me show you guys the first entry that I took. So once we broke into the upside, we obviously got the pullback, right? We did see the pullback. We did see the price rejected pretty much 21.65. And we did close a bullish engulfing candle, right? So this was the entry that I took, the first entry. First entry was at 21.66. And my stop loss was at 21.60, I believe it was. Let me double check in my phone. I believe it was 21.60. Let me just double check. All right. Yeah, so 2160 was my, wow, yeah. 2160 was my stop loss. And then my take profit was 2180. So right there for a 1 and 2 risk to reward. So once we enter this position, we were into profit, and then price kind of reversed, and then we come back and pretty much retest this zone, which is 21.64, which I also marked up. So once pretty much I see that this 5-minute candle pretty much reject, push into the upside, I pretty much set the same exact sell buy limit at 21.64, literally at the same bounce. So 21.64 was my second entry. Once we did see the first 5-minute candle that rejected, I set the limit at 21.64. Second candle comes, rejection, we did close a bullish. Perfect, right? So my stop loss was also at 21.60, and then my final take profit was at 21.80. This one would have played out for a 1 of 4 risk to reward. So we had a 2 perfect entry. As you guys can see, we go into the 15-minute time frame. Once we did see this 2 rejection candle, and then we did see that this bullish engulfing candle closed above the 15-minute time frame. Well, this 15-minute candle closed above the 2 zones that I marked up. This was where I was confident enough to let the trade do its thing. And as you guys can see, the trade played out very fucking nice, played out to the T. Beautiful trade. I end up closing out 21.66 around this zone over here, which gave me a 1 or 2 risk to reward. I closed it out 120 pips. This other position, which is 21.64, I'm still in this position, right? I have my stop loss at break even. We almost hit final take profit for a 1 or 4 risk to reward. This trade is currently now playing out for a 1 or 3 risk to reward. I did secure some profits out of 1 or 3 risk to reward. This is where I move my stop loss to break even. We almost hit final take profit. This is why I'm still holding it, right? But I already secured almost all my profits. Just leaving this small runner, just let it play out, do its thing. Now, the second trade that I ended up taking this morning was also the sell position from 21.77. Now, I'm not sure if I did explain this in the breakdown video, but this was pretty much the setup that I was looking for yesterday, right? So yesterday I told you guys that I will be looking for sells if we do get a break under the 2175. Pretty much we did get the break under the 2175, but I did not get the proper pullback that I was waiting. We did get a pullback here that I explained early this morning as well, which was pretty much the lower high. So you guys obviously went from higher highs to higher lows. Break under, created this low, lower high, pretty much retest this previous higher low, which is holding as a lower high, which caused the market to obviously push into a downside. Now, I was waiting for the lower high to be around here yesterday movement, right? To obviously take the sell. We didn't get that lower high, which I understand the reason why, etc. Right? Yesterday there was also news. Now I didn't really like taking the sells here. I was more confident taking the sell here than over here. So this is the reason why I did not take the sell. So either way, I kept my eyes around this zone just in case if price obviously pulls back, which as you guys can see we did. Now we go into a 30-minute time frame. After we did see this very strong 30-minute candle rejection towards 2177, 2175, I enter my position at 2177. So I did enter a sell limit at 2177, which after that 30-minute candle closure, right, we did get another pullback into 2177, activate my trade. Perfectly just activate and boom, push into the downside. So my stop loss in this one was at 2182, and then we did end up playing out for a 101 risk to reward trade for over 50 pips. This trade is still running risk-free. I did end up closing having my position after a 101 risk to reward trade. I have my stop loss at break even. So I have two trade running with stop loss at break even. Both of them played out very nice. So we caught a very nice 2% trade with one entry, 3% trade with another entry. So we're already up 5% plus this one, which is 1%, which is up already 6%. So 6% up the day with gold played out very nice. Now we're just gonna let this trade run. If it takes us out of break even, cool. The other one it might as well end up hitting our final take profit for a total of a 104 risk to reward. If this one over here gets a rejection from 2175, possibly be looking for another entry. Maybe I'll look for another entry if price does remain itself under, but I'm pretty much done for the day with gold. But those are the only two trades that I took this morning with gold. Now let's go into US30. So this US30, I did end up taking in a loss position this morning. Now, I took a loss. It was pretty much a dumb loss I could have avoided. Now, it was just impulse trade that I took. So check this out. This morning I explained to you guys, the only way I will be looking for sells if price can remain under the 39,100, 39,060, which is pretty much this zone right over here. During the New York session, right, price was just pretty much hanging out around these two zones. After the New York session pretty much closed or pretty much open, right, we did see a bounce to the upside, and then this next candle pretty much rejected it, and then price started pushing back into a downside. I waited for the 15-minute candle closure, which it closed bearish, pretty much closed under the 39,100. What I could have waited for was for the pullback at 39,100 again to see if it rejects and remain itself under, which as you guys can see, obviously it did not, right? And then the other thing I could have waited for was obviously for a break under the 39,060, which would have made more sense than taking it above over here. Could have avoided this loss, right? Now, obviously, I did take a bad decision this morning. Enter my position at 39,060, and we end up getting stopped out. My stop loss was at 39,160. End up getting out at stop loss. Played out. I could have played out very nice if I did enter the 39,060 under, or not even. Price did obviously go down, but it would have made sense taking the trade under the 39,060. End up taking the stop loss, which is cool. We lost 1%. It didn't really bother us since we're already up with all the trades that we took this morning. And then the last trade that I took with US30 was a sell limit literally at this all-time highs, back at this major resistance, right? Enter my sell limit at 39,220 was my entry. So right over here was my entry. Let me just set this up. So I had about 39,220, and then my second entry was at 39,300. But 39,300 did not get active, so it's pretty cool. All right, so once we did see a push into the upside, and then price pretty much once again rejected the major resistance, I entered the sell limit at 39,020. So price pretty much broke under structure, pull back. This is where I activate my trade. Activate my trade. My stop loss was above the 39. I had a wide stop loss. My stop loss was at 39,330. Activate my trade, played out very nice. We end up playing out for a 109, almost 2% trade. Well, actually, it didn't play. No, it played out for almost a 2% trade. It hit all of my take profit. Now we did see a major rejection from 39,050 again. The only thing I was not able to do was secure profit as soon as price had a deeper push into here. I could have taken profit at almost 2%. I ended up taking my profit literally like around 39,080 for a 101, which is fine, but could have taken over 2%. And I did end up taking some buy position at 39,100. So I was actually looking for buy limit at 3,900, which as you guys can see, it literally played out very nice, which was right over here. I was just waiting for that deeper, with a second retracement, right? Obviously this morning I waited for the retracement over here, which as you guys can see, obviously price did not give it to us. We did see a push into here. This is pretty much what caused the bounce into the upside. So I did have a buy limit at 3,900. Now I wasn't able to take the buy limit because I went out to eat lunch. I wasn't looking at the chart. Literally did not even get set up the alarm, but as soon as I opened obviously the platform that I used to trade, price was already up here, so I missed my trade. It's the second trade that I gave the second attempt at the same exact buy limit from here. I gave it a second attempt above the 39,100, which went active and played out for 50 points, which is cool. So we end up taking one loss here, we took some sells here, made back the loss from here, and then obviously took another buy position from here, which played out for 50 points, still running with stop loss at break even. So made back the loss. This loss over here obviously was a down trade, but obviously we made it back, which is more important. So that's pretty much it, guys. Those are the only trades that I took this morning. Hope you guys also took the same trade with gold. Maybe if you guys took the trade with US30 early, you guys did avoid the loss that I took. But most importantly, I hope you guys focus more on gold this morning, which was more clean price action. So pretty much it, guys, for this breakdown. See you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.